Well, thank you very much. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the conference organisers, and that's everybody, including the gentleman on the front row and the people up there. So thank you very much for inviting me to be here. So what I'm going to talk about today in this lecture is something that blends together different elements of computational intelligence. And it's in the themed area of one of the main applications we work in, known as adaptive psychological profiling. And because we've been working in this for a while and we have quite a few European projects, I had to start thinking about the GDPR. So this talk will actually touch upon how the systems we're developing that will be live, that you may be using in a year or two, actually can give possibly a human a decision. And you'll find the answer is probably not what you want, but we'll see. So just to give you a little bit of history about me and where I come from, there's a list on there of different kinds of areas of computational intelligence. So I would say I'm a fuzzy systems person at heart, and that's where I started my area. But then I've dabbled, not from the theoretical point of view from genetic algorithms, but as optimizers. Then I moved into neural networks and more decision trees. And more recently, looking at semantic similarity of words, natural language computing, computing with words, bringing back in type 2 fuzzy sets. So we've got a nice lab, which is quite good, a variety of PhD students doing lots of things, and kind of my experience in these areas come together when we were looking at these projects. Just on that side there, some of the companies we're working with currently at this moment in time. Some are in Europe, 13 different countries, some are in the UK, but I strongly believe in the transfer of research to industry. I'm a pirate as well, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so this talk then will first of all start by describing what is adaptive psychological profiling and also what is meant by non-verbal behaviour. And I'll talk specifically about a system that we've developed and patented called Silent Talker that focuses on deception. To show how we've transferred that and how we've used different CI techniques, we'll look at mainly how we can use that at borders, looking at an intelligent border control technique. And we'll also move into comprehension and how we can use hierarchies of special types of neural nets in order to do that. And then throughout this there will be a theme to do with ethics, because the problem we have is that when we develop systems we use data. It's fine to use UCI data sets for training, testing to see if our algorithms work, but as soon as you start working with companies and real data, you have a whole ream of issues. So much so that we have ethical advisors from Europe and lawyers from Europe who work with us.